Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kal Halal Yamlah Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Reka Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth and who rule well. Peace and citations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Quarters of Zion from the GMS Holland branch, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai with another lesson, with another video. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. In this video, I want to go into 1 Peter 1, verse 13 until 18. And it reads, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end of the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushai." Let me read it again. This is 1 Peter 1, verse 13. "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end of the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushai." God, so the scripture says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind," which we know that this battle that we're in, this battle that we are in right now, it is battling spiritual wickedness in high places, battling incantations, which are spells, that these elites are putting upon people, So we have to gird up the loins of our mind, like it says in Ephesians. Ephesians 6. Verse 14, and it says, "Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth." You see? So this truth that we have, that's our protection, Because if you look at the society that we live in, there are not many people that are pushing the vibration of what's wrong and what not is wrong here upon earth. People just go with the flow. Oh yeah, okay, we gotta adapt to the society, but this truth is uncompromisable, if that's even a word. But this truth is, you can't compromise this truth. This truth is the truth of the Most High, how He created the world, how He created everything to be in balance. But people, and with people I mean the so-called white man, the one that is in rulership, he's putting everything upside down. So this truth is the only thing that even your parents, they push you to go to school, be like, yeah, that's the only way that you can be successful in this society. But actually, you have to have a higher mindset than that. You have to be thinking about, no, I don't want to be an employee. I want to be an employer. I want to be an entrepreneur. And that's where these elites are putting themselves in. They are in a whole different class. So even our parents, they are groomed to this society, and by default you are grooming yourself to accept wickedness. So the truth, it shows you what's right and wrong. It shows you what the normal balance, the natural balance of things is. You see? And this is I believe, the last generation, man, because if you look at the role models that they're pushing out, all these role models are highly satanic or giving off highly satanic vibrations. You see? Man, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, He's making Himself ready to send His Son down and purge this place. You see? Reset this place. Man, not to drift off too much. So Ephesians 6, verse 14, "Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness." Gone. Because we seek righteousness. That's what we are working towards. That's what we have in mind. As long as you open your door, you look at billboards, all satanic things, man. man with man, woman with woman. You see satanic symbolism all over the place. Verse 15, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. You see, we don't take matters into our own hands, yet we wait on that lion. We wait on Yahweh Shai. When he comes, then we are going to join him in bringing disaster onto this earth. Not even disaster, but just to reset the place, man. Because these people are though the wicked are joined hand in hand, roughly paraphrasing, they are not going to be left blameless, man. They're not going to be left unpunished. Though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, roughly paraphrasing. So verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You see, the wicked, they are shooting at us, but the faith that we have in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the faith that we have, like it says in the book of Psalms, the angels, they protect the righteous. The angels, they encamp it round about them that fear the Most High. So that's that faith that we have. That's that protection that we have. And also Numbers 23 and 23 says, there's no spell against Jacob, roughly paraphrasing. See? Verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we take the helmet of salvation, like we were just reading, the end of the grace. What is that? 1 Peter 1 verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober-minded. Don't be enticed and swayed left and right with these other doctrines, Pan-Africanism and how do you call these things? Law of attraction, all these doctrines that are out there within the truth itself, within knowing that you're an Israelite yourself. There are many multiple doctrines from IOIC, ISUPK, HOI, all these different doctrines. Be sober, be vigilant, as the scripture says, and hope to the end, which the end goes back to the purpose. Hope to the purpose of the grace, because now we are in a grace period of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He's letting you make mistakes. He's letting you practice the righteous acts, like it says in the book of Judges. We make mistakes because the law that we were handed down, it's our schoolmaster towards righteousness, towards the ultimate purpose that the Most High has for us. So we read again, and hope to the end of the grace, the purpose of the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai. You see, that's the purpose, that's the reason of the grace period of the Most High. That when Yahweh Shai is going to be revealed, you are going to receive salvation. That's that helmet. And take the helmet of salvation. That's when Yahweh Shai comes, then we are going to get saved, but the rest are going to get burnt. They're going to get burnt up. You see? So put on you that helmet. Have the sword of the Spirit, which is the word. So, let's go to Hebrews to prove that point. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. So the word is being compared to a sword. It's even sharper than that. Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and the joints and marrow, and it is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So this word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is so sharp, it pierces straight through bones and marrows, and it cuts you deep, It lets your inner thoughts manifest, And when we do these when we pull out these scriptures, which is the word and the sword of the Most High, people get cut, and then their real and true intents come out, you know? So take the helmet of salvation, which that's when Yahushua is going to appear, you see? So that's why we are in this grace period to wait upon the revelation of Yahushua, and then you are going to have that salvation. So verse 14, 1 Peter 1, verse 14. As obedient children, not fashioned, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance. So before we came into this truth, we were letting our flesh lead, and then our mind, and not the spirit of the Most High, because the spirit of the Most High wasn't yet really that fervent within us. It wasn't activated yet. So now that it's activated, then you are going to fight your flesh. You see, you're not going to go to the former flesh when you were ignorant, because being ignorant means that you're not knowing. So you didn't know about this truth. You didn't know that being too much in your flesh is not good for the spirit. Is not good for the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and for your spirit. You see. So now, as obedient children, not fashioned as you were before, but you are being obedient to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let's see real quick. Because we are children. We are children in this truth, Me, myself, when did I come into this truth? Start 2018. So it's 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 we're in right now. So for me, it's a toddler of 6 years old, you see? So we are babes in this truth. You have our elders and apostles. They have been doing this for 30 plus years. You see, those are the ones that are grown in this truth. We are only babes. So this is 1 Corinthians 3 verse 1, and it reads, "And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual." So this Apostle Paul speaking that he can't dive into the spiritual aspects of things just yet with these Corinthians, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Yahushua. So Apostle Paul, he was explaining that he can't go too deep, that he has to be very subtle with his examples and explanations. It can't be too deep, too in-depth. You see? So for us, even when when certain scriptures are being pulled, we still need explanation. You see? Because you haven't grasped that spiritual aspect of all scriptures yet. We're getting there. We're trying. We're doing our best. We're reading. We're studying. But still, as babes in the truth, certain things have certain spiritual aspects of certain laws or certain encounters of the Bible have to be explained to you. What does what really mean? The dark sayings of the Bible. So that's why, as obedient children, you have to let go of the former lust. Verse 2, "I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able." You see? So Apostle Paul was scanning and analyzing his audience, the people that he was talking to, and he saw that they weren't able to receive it yet, to understand it just yet. So going back, 1 Peter 1 verse 14, "As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts in your ignorance, but as he which hath called you is holy, So be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Gone. And if you go into that word holy, it means to be sanctified or to be set apart. Of course, Satan is present also, causing my phone to lag. Hagios, which the outline of biblical usage says most holy thing, a saint. Let's go into that word saint. A person acknowledged as holy or virtuous and regarding in Christian faith as being in heaven after death. A person of exalted virtue who is canonized by the church after death and who may be the object of veneration and prayer to intercession. Used in titles of religious saints, a member, a follower of the Latter-day Saint movement, a Mormon, a Christian believer, a very virtuous, kind, and patient person, formally recognized as a saint. Middle English from Old French saint, from Latin sanctus, holy, past participle of sincere, consecrate, God. And what does the root word say? Which is Chaka, feast, festival, feast, sacrifice. Let's see. Yeah, this is better. The Strong's definitions say sacred, physically pure, morally blameless. And that's what we're working towards, man, to being sacred and to be morally blameless. We are trying to keep the laws to the best of our abilities and not take matters into our own hands. You know what the Most High wants and what the Most High requires of you. So you want to be counted blameless. So that makes you holy, you see? So I'm going to stop at verse 16. Let me read verse 15 again. 1 Peter 1, verse 15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. See? So we have to not be fashioned after the former ways of our former life, our former lust. We shouldn't be fashioned in that way. We should be fashioned in the image of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We have to work towards being perfect and blameless according to his image. You see? Just like how the angels in the Garden of Eden, when they were speaking about that he would know now what is right from wrong, if he would be in the image of the Most High, then if he would eat of the tree of life, he would know what is right and wrong. But in the beginning, he was just according to the image of the Most High, which was, he only knew right. He was automatically doing things that were in the law. Let me see real quick. Verse 26. This is Genesis 1, verse 26. And the power said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the angels created man in his own image. So let me rephrase that. Genesis 1, verse 27. So the Most High created man in his own image. In the image of the Most High created he him. Male and female created he them. You see? So at the beginning, we were in the image of the Most High. You see, we were constantly doing correct things in the sight of the Most High. But when that seed of malignity, which is a whole other lesson, when that seed of malignity came into our bodies, then the flesh started to take over. You see? But we are working now towards being holy as how the Most High is holy. You see? So with that, I hope this video is edifying. And I want to say, Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rekak Badash, Shalom Akim.